What's up, y'all? This is Mahki Backstrom. Y'all tuned into No Agenda. We're just going to talk a little bit about my draft process, my baseball story, my life, where it's taken me, where I've been from the Atlanta Braves to the Great Falls Voyagers, Houston Astros, everything in between, man. Tune in. Let's get cracking.
Let's get it started at least. Hey, Peanut gonna make a little guest appearance. Let's get it.
I think you want to get
Yes,
in
sir. Shout out Lil Homie.
Yeah.
But yeah, let the people know who we with today, bro.
You with Mahki Backstrom, first base outfielder with the Houston Astros. 2019 high school graduate out of Junipero Serra in Gardena. Go Cavaliers.
Shout out.
Shout out Dom Smith. Shout out Marcus Wilson. Shout out
Hey,
the OGs.
the boys.
You know what I mean? Sarah greatness, baby.
Where we at right now?
We at my crib. More specifically, the backyard. That's where we do all the work, prepare for season, train kids. Just make sure the next generation is really striving to be the best that they can be.
So you're starting up almost a little academy, right? So what's it called? Let the people know what it is.
So it's called the Formula Baseball. It's more so like it's a smaller project that I'm working on right now that I want to grow into a bigger, one-day facility of its own. The whole point of it and the message behind it is, the way you treat others today is how you shape them tomorrow.
Okay.
So like showing kids the actual proper way to be a professional baseball player, not just a baseball player, because there's a big difference, I feel like, of being a professional athlete versus just an athlete. Somebody who is willing to put the extra work in and do the extra steps to get where they want to go. You know what I mean?
Easy, the formula.
Yep.
Going crazy.
There you go.
Where can they find it on social?
You can find me at the Formula Baseball,
Easy.
TheFormula Baseball on Instagram.
For sure. All right, let's get into it a little bit. Talk a little bit about what life was like for you growing up. Was it a lot of sports? Like, was it focused on school? I know your dad handles a lot with the hitting stuff.
Yep.
But
Yep.
Talk a little bit about life as a kid. What was it like for you?
So life as a kid was great. I mean, I had 6 siblings.
Wow.
Yeah, we were a mixed family.
Hey, huge family.
Yeah, we're a
Huge.
mixed family, huge family, but we all get along. I mean, what can I say? It was a great childhood. My dad really, really kind of took over the baseball aspect of my life and helped me since I was, 4 years old when it came down to throwing socks across the house. That was my startup in baseball.
Getting ready.
But that's how I learned how to throw a fastball, how to throw a baseball, which actually just crumpling up socks and just chucking them across the house at each other, kind of like a target practice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, growing up, I was always a really good pitcher, actually. So I was a Ladera Little League All-Star since I was 9. Just pitching, hitting, probably through like 7 or 8 no-hitters in my life so far.
You're going crazy.
It was really fun growing up around here playing baseball in the inner city of Los Angeles. Yeah.
Solid, bro. Building off of that, who were some of your biggest inspirations as a kid? Like, doesn't necessarily have to be baseball, but who were you looking up to as a child? Could be sports figures, could be anybody. Who were some of those people?
Yeah, so definitely my mom and my dad. They were huge people to look up to because they kept me on this like path of
where you needed to go.
Yeah, where I needed to be at, how I needed to grow as a person, etc. Also, oddly enough, man, Matt Kemp, he used to run this thing called Kemp's Kids out of Baseball Central back in the day. This is for the OGs.
I've been to Baseball Central. Shout out.
Yep. So this is for the OGs of baseball. Where basically Kemp used to come out and run a camp and
this prime Kemp on the Dodgers. When he was really, what year was that?
Yeah, this was when he was
should have been MVP Kemp.
Yeah, 2013,
okay.
2011, 2012, that area where, we were all just like young jits, man. He would just come through, show us stuff, and that was cool, man. And then as I grew up and got older, like guys like Fred McGriff and Ryan Howard and Jerry Hairston Jr., guys that I look up to.
Real
for
ones,
sure.
bro.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So for you, you were a high school draft pick.
Mhm.
Talk a little bit about that draft process coming out of high school. Were you committed to a school? How did the draft work out of high school? Give some, and maybe if you have some advice for guys coming up in that similar situation, break it down a little bit.
Yeah, so I have an interesting story when it comes down to like draft process. I was 17 years old, day of the draft, like just freshly turned 17.
Yeah.
So young, dude. But anyways, before that, let's even push it back before that. I never had any college interest up until my senior year of high school. So my dad and I, we started doing this thing. I would say the summer of junior year, where we were waking up at 4 a.m., going to lift, going to swing at the Baseball Connection. That's another OG spot from LA.
Yeah.
We would just get up and grind, man, and just go after it for 2 days, 2 hitting sessions a day. Just really, really like getting after it, man. And that's where I kind of like started to get a lot better at what I did because I started taking it more seriously. We ended up going to Perfect Game Sunshine West in San Diego, just off of a limb, man. I'd never done a showcase. I never did a showcase up until my junior year summer going into senior year. I'm a big believer in Christ, and I just heard him say, you need to go, like, and the rest is up to me.
Yeah.
So I said, all right, let me go. I end up going, go from a nobody at that showcase to everybody's like buzzing, like, who is this kid?
Guy?
Like, who is this kid, man? Like, I hit a.
You were only playing first at the time, or you playing other?
I was only playing first base. I was I hit a ground, not a ground ball, but like a one hop screamer to shortstop at 105, and it like when it hit him. It hit him in the stomach, and his jersey came undone. Like his jersey literally came undone, bro.
Yeah.
And that's how I got known, like undressed the shortstop.
Yeah.
And then I got invited to the national showcase down in St. Pete, which is where they go to select all the perfect the All-Americans.
Yeah.
That's that like showcase right before it. So imagine this: you don't do any Perfect Game showcases, and then you go from
now you in the circuit, you one of the top dogs.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And then so I wake up, I go to national, I go crazy at national. I mean, like going absolute bonkers. I was hitting balls off the back of Tropicana Dome. Like,
y'all was at the big league field?
Yeah, we was on the big league field at the Trop. So I wake up one day, I go from unranked nobody to the number one first baseman in America.
Not just Cali, in America?
In America. So that was definitely part of that draft process.
You started getting offers after that?
I'd
hope so, bro.
Started getting offers after that. Then I committed to Fresno State.
Yes, sir.
Up in Fresno, California. Yeah. Love that program because of like guys like Judge, Terry Piddleton, stuff like that.
Dudes, bro.
Dudes. I mean, they got sneaky dudes out there.
No, they got a lot of big leaguers too.
Sneaky. Very, very, a lot of big leaguers.
Yeah.
And then got the call from the Braves out of the 18th round, and they're like, "Hey, you want to go?" I was like, "Yeah, let's go." And the rest was history.
Do you have any advice for those coming out of high school, or just potentially having that type of draft experience / process that you went through?
For those coming out of high school, I would say evaluate. I would say don't be so quick and haste to make a decision that's gonna shape and mold you for the rest of your life.
Facts.
Like, really, really sit down and understand what you're about to do, because it's not a small feat. You
got to be ready, mentally and physically.
Yeah, you have to be committed. Like, if you're gonna do this, be committed. If not, and if you're like, okay, I may or may not want to do this, go to college.
Yeah,
explore, have fun, get a degree out of it while you can, because that'll take you even more places in life as well.
So, after the draft, everything with the Braves, obviously, what was your experience? What has your experience in pro ball been like? My guy's still playing. He's with the Astros. What has it been like so far? And is there any key takeaways that you've learned to this point?
Yeah, I mean, I've loved every second of it. Through the hard of the hards and the highest of the highs. You know, it's been a great experience, man. It's been something that I've been
ups and downs.
Yeah,
right? like you've seen obviously the high of the draft.
Mm-hmm.
getting released,
Mm-hmm.
the indie ball grind,
Mm-hmm.
and then out of the indie ball grind, and now you back on. So talk a little bit about that.
I mean, that was the craziest process. Like, nobody understands like everyday pain until you go through it, like agony of like, I just need a chance, God, I just need a chance. Like, I remember the reason why I got even my put on back into professional baseball is because of you.
Mm-hmm.
When you gave me that number, for
Great
Sean
Falls,
Ripe, the president of Great Falls at the time, and not a lot of people know that. And it's like, it's so funny when people were like, "Oh man, it's easy to get the indie ball. It's easy to get the indie ball." I'm like,
no,
bro,
sir, trust.
It is not easy to get an indie ball, bro. Like you.
Well, it's changed since COVID. Before COVID, indie ball had that stigma that you could just get on.
Yeah,
it's still kind of like that, but it's getting harder and harder. There's a lot of talent. Indie ball is getting better. Trust.
Indie ball, they it's turning into like real deal, like
rookie ball, low A ball type.
Yeah, like those dudes.
Good development.
You come out smashing, bro. These guys are really, really good baseball players out there. You just got to stand out.
Yeah.
And that was my thing every day. Was like, I just want to stand out. But anyways, back to the process. Hard to get into indie ball. When I got there, living in a basement in Great Falls, Montana.
In the cut.
Hey, but look, loving it, bro. Loving it, bro, because it was my dream, man. Like, it took me to a place in my mind where I didn't know existed. Like, you know, we used to talk about this when we shot that video up at Nordstrom Rack. We were like, man, it's gonna be a movie this year. It's gonna be crazy. But we meant that, man. And it's like, you know, the I guess I want to say the fun that I had discovered for the game was it's the best I've ever had. It was so like
electric. It brought back that joy.
It brought back the kid in me. Real talk. It brought back that kid in me, and that's what I really, really missed.
I've heard that from a lot of people too.
Yeah,
just being able to just have fun again, bro.
Yeah, because it's like, all right, whatever. If I fail, I fail. If I don't, I don't. And that's what you got to take into everything that you do.
Facts, bro. It's not just on the field; it's off the field too.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about today's game as a whole, pro and youth side. What do you like and dislike about it? Is there anything that you think could be improved on the? Let's start on the youth level and then go to the pro. But you have a good perspective, especially working at Darno Athletics. Shout out DA.
Shout out DA.
Yeah. Is there anything that you see or like big points of that people should put an emphasis on fixing or look to improve? Yeah,
I mean, I think it starts with coaching.
Yeah.
I think it's having access to good coaching at a younger age, you know, and I think that's the biggest problem with youth sports in general, where it's like you have guys who have never played this game before trying to tell guys how to hit a curveball. It's like, how could you have any sort of idea? How could you even comprehend this movement?
My boy didn't even play high school ball.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, I'm not saying this is going on at Darno Athletics. No, but I'm just saying as a youth in general, where we have guys, it's like, dude, you don't even know what you're talking about, bro. It's like,
never even been in it, don't know the feelings that it's a lot of the mental, don't know what the feels like to actually be in there, be in the box. That's why I love Darno Athletics. Chase been there, Travis been there, Brandon been there, everyone's been there. They all know the feelings and the emotions that come with it. So that's a large part of what it has to do with. It's a lot of this once you get to a certain point, especially like the elite high school player, obviously playing college ball and pro ball, you have the talent. It's how can you level it all up, not just on the field, but mentally more than anything.
Absolutely. I mean, your mental is what's going to drive you. And I'm going to bring that point into the youth sports, is where it's a lot of kids out there, man, that just, they fail once and it's like, oh my God, like,
it's the end of the world.
It's the end of the Daddy, I struck out. I'm not talking to you for the rest of the day. It's like, dude, like, guess what, man? Like, baseball comes with failure, dude. Understand
you better get used to it. All the young kids, all the 10, 11, 12 and up, you might be on top of the world right now, but you better get used to,
hey, they coming.
Yeah, I wouldn't say get used to failure, just failing, but just be aware that it's part of the game, and there's going to be a point in your life as long as you keep playing this game, you're gonna fail, bro. It might, for some people, this is what I always say, for some people it's in the big leagues.
Yeah.
Some people it's in low A.
Yeah.
Some people it's in varsity ball senior year. You know, like You just have to accept that it's coming and be willing to make an adjustment and work through it.
Absolutely. And that's another thing where it's like you fail in low way, you fail in high, you fail wherever you fail at. Be willing to work through it.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of guys just like get to that point of failure and it's like, all right, I don't want to go anymore. I've experienced this. You know, I was like, man, this is tough, man. Like I've had guys like, hey, dude, how do I do this? How do I just pick myself up? And the one way that I was like, I got to pick myself up was with the people around me. And so this is kind of like the final point that I want to bring in for pro sports is like, you can be as good as you want to be. You can be as bad as you want to be. You know, you could think you're the best player on the field, but if you have no stability in the people around you, if you have no stability in yourself, you'll never be who.
You never maximize your potential, bro.
Exactly. You'll never maximize anything in life, really. It doesn't even matter if it's baseball. If the people around you aren't willing to go, you know, pick you up when you're down, and if you're not willing to pick yourself up when you're down, then you won't be anything.
Who are some players that you think, we're talking in the big leagues now, who are some players that you think kids should look up to or model their game after right now? Not necessarily like how they swing, but just how they go about their business. Is there anyone that stands out to you?
Ooh, I think a good one is Betts.
Yeah, Mookie.
Because Mookie has fun.
Yeah.
But he has like, I wouldn't say professional fun.
Smart fun.
But he has smart fun. He's not throwing, you know, like, you're not throwing up crazy signs.
He's
and saying
mixing having fun
things.
with baseball IQ. That's where
Exactly.
It's like you can have fun, do whatever you want, do some crazy stuff on the field, but as long as it's smart decisions.
Exactly.
Like your coach will never get mad at you if it's a right baseball play.
Yeah.
Regardless of your
that, and then it's like you protecting the brand, bro. Like protect the brand. It's like Mookie. I feel like Mookie Betts is a really good brand protector, man. Like you don't get a company like Jordan and the baseball community to be behind you if you're not a positive figure, if you're not a person that the community can look up to,
pushing that right message.
Exactly. So that's definitely a guy I say to look up to. And but then you have like his times where he goes on the TikTok where he's like, ooh, you know what I mean?
Fun,
but you having fun, bro. Like have the right kind of fun.
Yeah,
don't be out there like. I love, you know, like. I just love the fact that we as Mookie Betts, right? He has this thing where he's just like a positive figure for the black community, especially us. You know, where it's like, man, like you could be something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, just go, man.
Nah, I feel it, bro. I've asked this question to everybody. We're gonna try to get a little bit off of baseball right now, but you could bring it into baseball if you want. What's one thing or one just idea that you stand on, bro? Like nobody could shift your mindset to be successful in the game. This could just be to have a successful life, or just what's something, it could be anything. What's an opinion that you have that nobody could change your mind on?
I think it comes down to treat people how you want to be treated in life. I think that's the successful way to anything in life. It's like, as being a human at its core, you know, you have an innate sense to like, to be a kind person. Yeah. I feel like to be a kind person.
It separates you too.
You know, I really think that if you want to be somebody and if you want to accomplish anything, it starts off with a hi and a smile, you know, and it's like, okay, man, like, dang, I actually like that person. That's what draws people to you. So if you treat them right today,
it's crazy how much a smile can do, bro.
Man,
it's crazy,
dude. Like real talk, man. I remember I was on the phone with Sean Repay when I was about to get signed for the Great Falls Voyagers. Man, he was just like, dude, your smile is just
he's contagious.
I love being in a room with you. You can smile, yada yada yada, and it's just like, you know, smiling goes a long way.
Yeah.
So
people remember how you make them feel, bro.
Absolutely.
And it's just something that's such a small detail, but
absolutely
it changes people's whole perspective. You talked a little bit about it with Mookie, but I asked Nick the same question, but with the African American player total being the lowest it's ever been in the MLB ever. What do you think are some steps that players like us could do to help improve it, but also just as a whole, how can the game improve and fix that issue?
I mean,
it's a large issue and there's layers to it, obviously, but it's going to take small little steps to improve something like that.
I mean, it just starts with what I said earlier, where how we introduced the formula.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, black kids especially getting access and having somebody to look up to, you know, because it's like this, right? If the only thing you've ever seen in life is McDonald's workers, is poverty, is, you know,
you're gonna be stuck in that
you're
box,
gonna be
bro.
stuck in the box,
Yeah.
right? Now, on the opposite end, if you grew up around lawyers, doctors, and
you're gonna be one of them.
you're gonna be one of them, right? And you're gonna want to strive to be one of them, right? So I think it just starts with representation. It starts with, like, you know, actually, like, guys like myself and you
putting yourself out there, like being a helpful voice and just being accessible. I think is huge.
Accessibility. You know, it's like, when I grew up, Dominic Smith was the guy that I looked up to and who helped me out a lot and you know, taught me some things. And then now it's like, now I get to go help somebody else after that, and then it just keeps on passing down. So it's like, you think about it, generations will be affected after us.
Yeah.
You know, like,
just off that one person. Like, he helped you.
Yep.
Now it's like you feel like you have an obligation to help these people.
Yeah, you know? Absolutely.
Well, since you got it out, shout it out. Let's go. We got Overfly the Bat. Shout out the sponsor. Let them know what's up.
Overfly. Overfly brand rep. Get with me on all custom bats, MLB grade wood only. Honestly, I swung Overfly this year, and it was some of the best bats that I've ever had. I ended up swinging, like, I think I was hitting 350 for like 5-6 months. I had 12 bombs and just some great wood overall in general.
Who swings it in the league? I know Machado does.
Machado.
A lot of the LMB Mexican League too.
CJ Abrams. Ezekiel Tovar. Just a lot of guys, very high average, very high bomb swat.
And then let them know what this is.
Right. So that is one of my favorite memories that I've ever had. This is my first professional home run when I was with the Atlanta Braves. Change up. Right on the left, change up. Inside corner.
He remembered it like it was yesterday.
I remember the bat path.
I
remember the bat path. This is at Oriole Stadium. I forget what they call that. Not the one in Baltimore, but the one in the, FCL, Sarasota. I put this ball on top of a roof. That's why it's all scratched up right here. Put it to the camera.
Going crazy.
So on the roof scratch.
Going crazy. You feel me?
First ever home run in professional baseball. So it's just memories like that you know, that this game has really, you know.
That's what's beautiful about the game.
Yeah, like it's been prominent for me. It's something I can't forget. Talking about the hats.
You know, we got the newest drop of consistent hats. Come on.
The network.
You got the different colorways. Come on, you got the little detail on the side.
My mom made the network.
Yes, sir. We got different colorways. You know, support the brand.
Yeah.
If y'all want a hat, you want some merch,
maybe we can get some consistent network X Formula baseball shirts.
Oh, get at us. Sheesh, let's go. You know. Yeah, tap in if you want some. Yep. All right, last question before we get into a quick little segment. But what does the future look like for Mahki Backstrom?
All right, so I mean, obviously it's rehab right now, getting my body back up to 100% health, and then crushing the weight room, crushing the swings, hitting out the zone 22 before I go out. Shout out zone 22. Shout out Joey Molina. Shout out the boys that helped me when I was down. Because you can't never forget about those people.
Nah, for real. Who's in the trenches?
Super trenches. Super trenches. I got some trench stories for you today. You want to talk about something that you've never heard of, you can't Google? I got you. But the future, head out to Astros camp. I want to go to big league camp. I think I belong. And that's something that I wholeheartedly say to myself every single day. I belong, and I'm going to prove why I belong.
Yes, sir.
And I'm tired of you know, just I'm tired of the doubt. I'm tired of the hate that goes on sometimes behind the closed doors. But
It's gonna happen regardless.
It's gonna happen regardless. But you're gonna see me shine before. You hate on? Oh no, he did this though. You know what I mean? So it's gonna happen.
All I gotta say is let them know, bro. Let them know. Let them know. I mean? Come on. All right. So I do this with everybody on the show. We end with 5 quick questions.
Okay.
And he has no idea about any of these. They're all random, but I think he'll do pretty good. So the first one: who are some of your top artists? Like, who, if you were to listen or make a playlist for somebody, who are your top 3 artists? I know you like that reggae. We swinging to some Bob Marley. You know?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Dad? We got a video going on. What up, Dad? This is my dad right here. You see where I get my. You see where
I wish I had another camera on him right now.
You see where I get my stuff from. But anyways, definitely. You know, there's not really a reggae artist that I'm gonna go with, but I'm just gonna say
that
reggae
genre,
as a genre. 2 more. Big X to plug.
Going crazy.
Draco the Ruler.
Hey, the range is crazy.
Yeah,
the range is crazy.
You feel me? So most definitely.
That's funny. Okay. So let everybody know what your 60-yard dash is.
Oh yeah, this is crazy. A lot of people do not know this. My 60-yard dash is a 618 on laser. Crazy, right?
Stupid.
6'5", like 250.
On camera, everybody, you can see it too, bro.
Hey, check out my Instagram.
Yeah, you go
CMC
see
the Great. Does spelled with an A at the end of the TH.
Yeah. All right. So, what's the key to running an elite 60-yard dash? Because that is elite for sure. So I'm sure especially for your size, that's more what it's the separator. But talk a little about the preparation to get there, because that didn't happen overnight.
You know, I had been working on my speed for like 3 to 4 years. A lot of it comes from doubt. And when I say that,
Speaking on what you were talking about earlier too.
Yeah, I mean, like, organizations telling me that I couldn't run because I was too big and I was slow. It came from just, you know, genetics. I'm Jamaican. Yeah. You know, I got some family that run track. And then honestly, the key to it is working on legs, keeping the hamstrings healthy. And then I do this thing where when I run, I like to keep my face really, really, really like relaxed.
Okay.
And it's like you should see your lip bouncing when you're running. And what that does for you is it makes your muscles looser and they can fire quicker. So think about it as like this: like if you were to swing a baseball bat to get to max speed, would you
don't want to
flowy or would you be tense up?
You don't want to tense.
So it's just the flow.
Go with the flow. You feel me? Okay, so who are your top 5 MLB players of all time?
So my top 5 MLB players of all time aren't based on statistics. They're based on
your personal,
history with them and whatever. So I'm just gonna put my favorite baseball player of all time out. It's Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, he's going crazy. He's on some other unicorn.
He's on some unicorn stuff, right? So we'll go that. We'll say that. We'll say Barry Bonds. Easy call. I mean, I feel like if you're a black kid, you're a lefty, you gotta love Barry. You see I bat tilt, so you know what I mean. Okay, and this is the more personal connections. Jerry Hairston Jr. is my agent. I actually met him on my first ever flight to Atlanta Braves spring training camp right after I got signed. We were in LAX, and I'm just talking to this guy randomly. I hear from God, like, talk to this man. So I just started talking to him about baseball. I was like, dude, I'm nervous. You know, I'm going out to play baseball for a living, and I just need somebody to talk to. I'm 17. I don't know what I'm doing. I need some help on just, what do you got?
Everything.
And so he's talking to me. Mind you, this is a flight from LA to Sarasota, Florida.
Yeah.
5 hours.
Deep.
And on the 5th hour, he tells me, so my name is Jerry Hairston Jr.
You didn't recognize him?
And I played baseball for 15 years in the show.
I was about to say, you didn't recognize him.
I did.
You got brothers, too.
I didn't. He do. But, you know, from then,
we've
had a really good connection. We kind of lost contact, and then we've had another good connection at Equinox when I was a personal trainer making $300 a month.
Shout out.
And when I was in the trenches,
I forgot about that.
When I was in the trenches working at Equinox,
crazy hours.
Literally getting paid $300 a month, bro. Not surviving, just living.
Yeah, 2 more.
Fred McGriff,
Easy.
Crime Dog, another one of those guys that helped me out a lot in my career. And Ryan Howard, you know, he met me when I was 17 years old. He actually called me out by name. That was dope for a 17-year-old kid. When a guy that you look up to like that, because you know Ryan Howard.
Hell yeah.
OG. You can't not know.
I'll
his
never
face.
forget him in the Derby.
Just torching
taking him, bro.
Torching baseballs.
That's a solid 5, bro. I like that list. So,
but you peep it. Almost everybody was what? Left-handed and black.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Similar style. I see it.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you?
Lefty.
You feel me? Like
Lefty.
It's there.
It's
who. It goes back to what you were talking about earlier. It's representation. What are you looking at?
No,
Exactly.
It's
It's
the truth. It's the truth.
speaks for itself. All right, last 2. LA native right here. What's the best spot, or if someone wasn't from here, where are we going to eat, bro?
Oh, see it. Ooh, that's a good question, bro. Cause
they here for 2 days and they trying to, you feel me?
All right, what kind of food we?
This is your
anything?
choice, bro. Where are we going?
So I'm gonna take y'all to La Cabanita Restaurante off of Exposition Park. Man, me and my girl went there one day, bro, and I don't know what it was. They carne guisada. Not carne asada, guisada. It's still like a beef stew. It's like a beef stew, bro. Oh my god, bro! Like
it was good.
Like,
different.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna just take you to any taco stand, bro.
Yeah.
Any like street taco. It's a vibe, bro. It's big vibes. It's like Oakland. Oakland got those taco stands.
So we got
like
the taco trucks.
Taco trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't stand it. Oakland,
Can't miss. So yeah, you played over there, you know.
Oakland, it's crazy.
Oh, hey, different breed.
Shout out to Town.
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, I forgot. You feel me?
Shout out to Town merchandise.
Yeah. Last question. You have some nice shoes, so we're gonna talk a little bit about the sneaker game.
Okay.
This could be a 2-part question. What are your top 3 favorite sneakers? I'm wearing mine. Not specifically this colorway, but I love 12s. What's your top 3 favorite sneakers of all time? And also, what sneakers you think should be made into a baseball cleat, spike, mold, whatever? Start with the first 3.
All right. First off, right now I'm wearing Kane Activewear. This is actually a company who I've been wanting to work with, which is, you know,
hey, plug.
They are an active recovery sneaker, and
you can do whatever in them.
You can do whatever in them. You can train. You can just walk around the house, shower, shoes, anything when you're trying to recover after the gym. Yeah. These are perfect for them. So
slip on too. They're easy,
slip on,
nice and easy.
Great airport shoe. Great slip right on off TSA. Money. Okay, so my top 3. Jordan 12s. I love those. I think those should be cleats. Hands down. Those would be some fire cleats.
They made the 12 in the cleats, but only in the black and white type.
Yeah, no, they need everything.
They need way more color. Oh no, they made some. They got the grays, yeah.
They got
some different ones.
Like just
every colorway.
Bro, because
they had trainers for a minute, bro. Yeah. I had some Flu Game trainers, bro. Some lows.
You feel me? Classics, bro.
I could buy 5 right now,
bro. Classic. I have some fire red 4s. Metallic red 4s, where it's just like a white base, and then they got the metallic red for the Jordan 4. I love those shoes right there. Those are probably some of my favorite shoes. I don't wear them often, but when I do, definitely a statement shoe. And then I would say another shoe of mine that's like a grail. I guess I would say the Yeezys, but the original Yeezys, the Yeezy 2, the Red Octobers.
Yeah, throwback.
If you spike some Red October, that would be crazy. Spike some Red October Nikes,
man.
Bro, if you play, if you
on the
play,
Reds
bro,
or something,
but if you play for like the Dodgers when they got the Dodgers in the red contrast with just the bright, oh my god, you'll go crazy. Go crazy.
I'm gonna stand on. I've been waiting. Deion Sanders, bro. I need him. The prime time, the ones that he brought him back. They got all the football cleats.
Yeah.
They forget he played in the league too for baseball. Come on, we need some baseball spikes. I've been saying it. Please.
Yeah, it's definitely
lows, highs, whatever, bro. Molds. please.
Yeah, it's
At
definitely
Dion Primetime, need it, bro. Come on.
need it, Prime.
Need it.
Shoot
Need
the
it.
Prime and the drinks.
ASAP.
And the drinks. We sit you up
ASAP.
right here.
ASAP. Oh, yep. Thank you. It's right here. It's available. Come on. We got open space.
Come on, baby. Shoot the podcast.
But yeah, you got shoot the pie. You feel me? You got.
Hey, look, man. If this blows up enough, I mean, I'm down to shoot right here all the
Yeah, we
time on
run
the
it,
Formula Baseball podcast, Consistent Network.
We need a crew though. We need people. You feel me?
Yeah, you know what I mean. We talk about we can have some high school kids around here who aren't getting recruited and just have them talk about their stories too.
Put them on game.
Come on, man.
Easy. You got anything for the people before we let you go? One last final message, bro. Come on. Or no, any piece of advice that you'd like to give anyone coming up?
Yeah. Is this baseball or is this just about life?
Both, bro.
I would say, man, when it comes down to life, just be authentically you. Don't let the people around you shape you. Shape yourself. Shape who you want to be in life. And when people think you're crazy for your dreams, don't listen.
Yeah.
People thought I was crazy when I was living in a basement in Montana because I wanted to get back to affiliate. People thought I was crazy for eating the same meal every day. People thought I was crazy for, like working 5 jobs at a time. I had a point where I was working 5 jobs, just to support my dream. Obviously they weren't back to back on the same day, but acting, coaching, working at Equinox as a personal trainer. I mean, just trying to get it literally any way I could. Do the things that are not the easy route. Do the hard thing. Say the hard thing and watch how your life really changes before you.
Facts.
And as far as baseball goes, man, I would say it like this, man. When you step into the box and when you step onto that field, smile, have fun, spit, be comfortable. Act like you're the baddest man on the field because if you don't act like it, man, somebody else is.
Oh, God.
Somebody else is doing it, and what do they want? They want the same thing as you.
And it's only going to get worse and worse the higher up you go. It's limited opportunity. It keeps shrinking.
So let's keep going, man. Let's really, really get after it, and let's help these kids, man. Let's help them understand
the formula. It's really grind till you shine, bro. That's the main thing I just got.
It is, man. It's like I don't know, man. Like this batting cage and even being back here, being able to help kids, it really
helps
my
you
passion.
too at the end of the day too.
It does, man. But like, irregardless of myself, it's my passion for helping others achieve their dreams. Like Andrew, kids like Roman Brown, kids like Jake Dutcher. I mean, Caleb, from Nick to all my Formula kids and all my hitters back here that are really, really gonna be the next generation coming out of Los Angeles. It's just about chasing your dreams and being committed to your dreams as much as possible. You know what I mean?
On and off the field, bro.
On and off the field. Eat right. Get it right.
Well, shoot, bro. We're going to end it right now. You feel me? Shout out my boy Mahki. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know who you'd like to see on the pod, on the show, whatever you want to call it. This is called No Agenda, baby.
Consistent.
You feel me? Shout out. Another one.
Mama, I made the network.